Hello, everybody. This is Gerald Celente, and it's Thursday, August 3rd, 2023. And here are some of today's trends in the news. And again, the trend is your friend, and we're giving it to you. Can't get it anywhere else. Matter of fact, to show you the stupidity of not getting it anywhere else, this is from the Toilet Paper Record today, the New York Times. $4 a day. Your Trends Journal is the grand total of $2.86 a week. And this one was like, this week was over 180 pages, no ads. And this thing's full of ads. Look at this. Look at this page. Look at this. Switched as newborns, 2 Canadians discover their roots at age 67. What the fuck do I care? What the fuck do I care? I'm spending $4 and you're shoveling this shit down my throat? Yeah, because we're shitheads, we're prostitutes, we're media fucking whores. We don't give a fuck about what's going on in the world, really. All we want to do is brainwash you with crap, because that's all we are. We sell crap. I get this guy killed somebody in Long Island 20 years ago, and it's every fucking day in the news. They found him. Anyway, we're giving you what nobody else is giving you. Journalism is dead. Gone. Finito. Just the fucking little pieces of scum telling you what shit that the government tells them to sell you. So let's go on to the news. Oil prices perk up after supply cuts. Yeah, no kidding. Brent crude is now over $85 a barrel. We've been saying that it wasn't going to go down all year long, and now they're saying what we're saying, is that we see it closing the year at $100 a barrel. What does that mean? Inflation. Don't worry about it. You don't have to worry about it. Oh, I just got this article. I got to find this thing. I mean, say don't worry about it. I'm just going through, looking at some of the articles that are in the media right now. And ready? CEOs are enjoying huge paydays. Despite all the buzz about the great resignation, this is last year, June 7th. In a renaissance for the working class of America, a new report finds the gap between executives and worker pay is only widening. Yep. So now the gap, the CEO pay to the companies that they cited is 670 to 1. So the CEOs are making 670 more money than the plantation workers of Slavelandia. You ready? You know what it was when I was a youth? 1970? 30 to 1. Yep. It's all it is now. It's a con game. The big zone everything. So oil prices are going to go up. Oh, and another thing, oil prices are going up. Now the United States is warning Iran. U.S. considers armed response to Iran's ship seizures. Why, those lousy Iranians are seizing ships over there filled with oil. Only America and the UK are allowed to do that to Iran. When Iran does it, it's terrible. I'm mentioning this because of oil prices. If there's a conflict that breaks out between the United States and Iran, you're going to see oil prices go to above $130 a barrel. And then let's look what's going on in Israel, the apartheid state of Israel, according to Human Rights Watch, and others, United Nations, but not the United States. No. So now with the trouble, this is 31 weeks of protests going on in Israel about the judicial reform under Netanyahu. When all else fails, they take you to war. And that's, we think, is going to happen. If there is a war that breaks out between Israel and Iran, United States, Israel, and versus Iran, you're going to see oil prices go through the $130 plus, and it'll crash economies and equities. So, what else? Bank of England raised their key interest rates by a quarter point, 15.25% today. Again, you read your Trends Journal. We've been writing about what's going on in England and how the people are suffering so terrible, and how the scumbag fucking prick like that Boris ugly piece of scum shit Johnson and that Sunak or some shit, whatever fucking crap this clown that's playing prime minister is now doing. They caused this with the COVID war. They destroyed the lives and livelihoods of millions of people across the. Now with interest rates going up, and again, we write it in the Trends Journal, they got a lot of variable rates on these mortgages, and they're due. And now interest rates going up, they got to pay more as they're earning a lot less. Yeah, you're going to see millions of people defaulting on their homes. But don't worry about it. The bigs will buy them up, and the bigs will get bigger. And that 670 to 1 ratio of CEOs to plantation workers of slave land will only get higher. Everything will be fine. Don't worry about it. European IPO slump to the lowest since 2009. This is from the Financial Times. The number of companies listing in Europe has slumped to the lowest level since the global financial crisis, which the Trends Journal and Gerald Celente were the first to call, although they will not admit it in the fucking media. Well, I took out the domain name, the Panic of 08 in 2007, and all the news articles are there saying that I was the one that did it. So now we're looking at that crisis right now. IPOs mean the bigs got to, these phony companies, a lot of them that they want to keep going and building up to get bigger. They're not happening because things are slowing down. Those are the facts. Just 34 companies publicly listed in Europe in the first half of this year, the lowest number again since 2009. And the capital raised marks a 42% fall compared to last year. In the United States, it's down too, down to the worst level since 2015. Fund managers bemoan tremendous sums sitting in investor cash accounts. These are by the private equity groups, the hedge funds, and the others. They're complaining. T. Rowe Price said, you're getting yields on money market funds that you haven't had in 15 years. You're probably experiencing the worst of it right now. Investors are waiting for the Federal Reserve to get out of the way, meaning that people aren't playing the markets. I'll get 5.5% on my money, and I don't have to worry about anything because interest rates are so high. This is going to damage the equity markets. And by the way, August is a down time often for the equity markets because it's vacation time. So trading is very light. And when trading's light, it could fluctuate very quickly. And we think that's going to happen. And again, we're saying the worst is yet to come in late September and October. U.S. debt downgrade greeted with political anger and trading calm. That's the headline from the Financial Times. And this is Fitch rating downgrading U.S. Debt on yesterday. Or Tuesday, I should say, late Tuesday. And it's not going to bring down people are still going to buy the treasuries. I mean, they downgraded it, but it's still AA plus, And but what it really signals is the beginning of the end. And this is what we've been saying, the death of the dollar. And your death of the dollar is going to come when they lower interest rates. And that's going to happen. Fitch also expects the general government deficit to rise to 6.3% of gross domestic product in 2023, up from 3.7% last year. So this is serious. And again, it's the world, much of the world is tired, not only of the United States' geopolitical hegemony, but also the economic hegemony. They had enough. And this is just the beginning of it. So again, the Treasury holders are not, you don't have to worry about it at this point. But it's going to get worse. And we're going to be writing a lot more about it. What else do we have? Investment by China in overseas resources nears record. Very important. The first half of this year, Chinese investments and new contracts in mining and metals sector topped 10 billion, according to a report from Green Finance and Development Center in Fudan University in Shanghai, as reviewed by the Financial Times. You see what they're doing? The business of China is business. The business of America is war. While the Chinese are investing because they're getting all these precious metals that they know they're going to need, and investing in all these Asian and African and other and Latin American countries, what does the United States do? We need more military bases. We're sending weapons to Taiwan. We're sending weapons to Ukraine. We're stupid fucking shitheads. Hey, look at the cover of your current trends journal. All right. The American way, left and right, they're both out of their minds. Or we should say they're out of their fucking minds. I don't think they fuck anymore, but they're fucked up. And that's why we have our t-shirt here. Hey, politicians, who the fuck are you to tell me what to do? Who the fuck are you to tell me what to... Hey, I'm Mitch McConnell. I'm out of my fucking mind. I'm Diane Not-So-Feinstein. Can't find my way around. I'm bouncing around Biden, tripping, falling, saying stupid shit. These are the people that have destroyed this nation with the military-industrial complex as China, Belt and Road Initiative. Yes, some countries don't like it, like Italy, with they got that little baloney Maloney in there. Another little war freak. Hey, Maloney, you like the Ukraine war? Hey, baby cakes, put on your drag and go fight over there. Bullshit. You're all bullshitters. Anybody that supports the war, go over there and fight, send your money, or shut your fucking mouth. And by the way, speaking about peace, I'll be speaking on Sunday outside the UN. Humanity for Peace starts at 1 p.m., goes to 4 p.m. We got Scott Ritter will be there and others, myself. So you be there too. And you better put your money where your mouth is and do something to support peace. Because if we don't have peace on earth, it's going to be hell on earth. So staying with the economy, home insurers charge more, cover less. This is Wall Street Journal. Double-digit premium increases, higher deductibles, new coverage limits. Home insurers are insuring less, charging more, blah, 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 blah. All right? There's no inflation. No inflation. All your insurance is going up across the board. It costs you a fucking fortune to get your stupid fucking everything tech car fixed. The stupid fucking everything tech car now costs about $50,000. You see how bad this thing is going? Inflation's not going away. Yeah, the numbers aren't coming in as high, but what's gone up is staying up. And again, you read your trends journal. Unilever, Coca-Cola, Pepsi-Cola, one company after another. They're making, sales are down, profits are up because they're charging more. Greedflation. It's the American and European way. This article got me just now. This is on CNBC. Unprecedented Canadian wildfires obliterate previous annual pollution record in just 7 months. So they got more pollution now. They're breaking records. Hey, you fucking scumbag, shithead, arrogant politicians up there. Oh, Trudeau and his wife broke up. Oh, yeah, wonder why. Because he don't know why. Anyway, Canada that just went over to the Taiwan Straits with the United States. You can't put out a fucking fire. You're too fucking stupid to put out fucking fires. These are the shitheads that we got running and ruining our lives. Get rid of those incandescent light bulbs. Can't have them anymore in America as they're fucking polluting the fucking planet with these fucking fires that are going over to Europe, and the scumbag, arrogant bastards and bitches can't put out a fucking fire. So, hey, politicians, fuck you. These are the same clowns that locked down everything, gave us all those mandates to fight the COVID war. Yeah. Oh, speaking of which, this is an article in the toilet paper today. COVID cases on the rise in New York. Despite the uptick, several epidemiologists expressed doubt that there would be a major wave in cases in the coming weeks. Epidemiologists cited several factors, you ready? Likely contributing to rising transmissions. Okay. They're giving you now factors of why COVID cases are going up. Write this down, boys and girls. Including a few days of scorching heat that kept many people indoors. Wait a minute. Kept many people indoors? Hey, those fucking Cuomo, that arrogant scumbag over there in California. Witless Whitmer, Gavin Newsom, that arrogant prick, the fuck who closed down everything while he's partying at the French Laundry. Stay in your house, you dirty louse, stay in your house. Hey, wait a minute. If I stay in my house, it says right here that epidemiologists cited several factors, including a few days of scorching heat that kept many people indoors where respiratory viruses spread more easily. Wait a minute. Why the fuck did you tell us to stay home if the virus spreads more easily? Which we wrote about in the Trends Journal as it was happening. That arrogant fucking prick, Andy Cuomo, the daddy's boy. My daddy was Mario. I renamed the Tappan Zee Bridge after him and charged you $30 million, you stupid fucking shitheads in New York. He said, more people are dying that stayed home, that went to the hospital. Yeah, no fucking shit. But yet they force kids to go home, close down schools, fucked up everything. And now but they don't mention that in the article. We do in the Trends Journal, and that's why you subscribe. Oh, and they go on here. This Dennis or Denise Nash, an epidemiologist in SUNY. Dr. Nash estimated that more than 20% of New Yorkers have now had COVID-19 3 or more times. I'm in New York and never got it. Oh, I take vitamins and supplements. That's terrible. And I'm not suffering from blimpitis, as most of America does. Because according to the CDC, 61% of the people that were hospitalized from 1 to 17-year-old were obese. Anyway, he goes on to a group that now includes him. Oh, I guess Dennis includes him. In a phone interview on Wednesday, he said he was just getting over the third bout. Oh, you're getting over the third bout. How many times you been vaxxed? You got over the third bout? I was relieved that it was not as rough as the other two. Fully vaxxed, I assume. 3 COVIDs. Anyway, what's going on here? Ukraine troops trained by West stumble. There's an article in the New York Times. It shows you how Ukraine is losing what we said from the beginning. And the lines in here are a riot. About, in the first 2 weeks of the offensive, as much as 20% of weaponry Ukraine sent to the battlefield was damaged or destroyed, according to U.S. and European officials. So you know it's much higher than that. And what they're saying here is that now the Western-trained Ukrainian brigades are trying to turn things around, U.S. officials and independent analysis say. They're trained by the West. The United States, who hasn't won a war since World War II. That's right. Since World War II. And these are the people that are training them. So that's like all you sports fans, you got a football, baseball, soccer team, whatever, that's never won a game, and the coaches are the coaches you're going to hire. Got it? And lot more. Lot more. Now this is what's going on in Niger, very important. Nobody's following it. And it's important because Niger supplies France with some 18% of its uranium, and France has more nuclear power plants than anybody else. And Niger, Guinea, Mali, they're all tired of the colonization from France and others, and they want them out of there. And now the United States says we're going to get involved in this and help them fight and bring back the democratically elected government of Niger. And it goes on. This is from France 24. France has a long history in West Africa, where it was a colonial power until 1960. Isn't that a nice word? A colonial power. You're fucking murderers and thieves, you scumbags. Colonial power. Why don't you call a spade a spade? You're fucking crooks and murderers going into a foreign country to steal what you can so the rich could get richer. You think we would have invaded Iraq if their major export was broccoli? Hey, remember Penis Cheney? Can't call him Dick. Yeah, Halliburton. Yeah, he was the CEO. Halliburton did great in Iraq. So I say, you think we would have invaded if the major export was broccoli? You better watch out what's going on over there and don't listen to the bullshit they're shoving out. Remember, when all else fails, they take you to war, and the global economy is failing. You better read this week's Trends Journal to read history before it happens. And don't forget to check out the video that we did yesterday with the judge on freedom of speech. Gone in the USSA. And he said, where are the people fighting back? Where are the people? I'm fighting for freedom peacefully. And so join me and others, Scott Ritter and others, donate to Occupy Peace and try to come down to the UN on Sunday. It'll be a beautiful day, as the weather is showing. Humanity for peace. Which side are you on? Thanks for tuning in.
The Trends Journal, the best investment you could make, because it's the best investment into your mind, and it can change how you look at the world.
His work is actually a gold mine. Anybody interested in politics, political trends, economic trends, social trends, cultural trends, you have to follow him. Gerald Celente.
The Trends Journal is one of the greatest sources of information, and and it really is. You're predicting these things well ahead of time. I would encourage everyone to go grab the latest copy.
Been a Trends Journal subscriber for 20 years. I just have to commend you. What you guys have put together in your latest Trends Journal, there's nothing like this out there.
Sir, everything that you predicted about the economy, you were absolutely right. So I have followed you all this time. So please take a look at the Trends Journal.
You correctly forecast that the Fed would hike rates quite aggressively, correctly said that initially gold and silver would drop as the Fed starts to raise rate to 1.5% and above. When we spoke last, Bitcoin was around 49,000. You said you expect to drop, and if it drops below 30, 35, then it could really drop.
Trends Journal, which I would encourage people to go and check out. It's actually a 200-page document, pure data-driven analysis.
Gerald Celente, the top trends forecaster in the world. Gerald, you had an interesting call back in September of last year. You said gold had bottomed, which is exactly what happened. And here we are, and we're above $1,900.
Subscribe to the Trends Journal. Read history before it happened at trendsjournal.com.